Got that lovely Spike Chunsoft logo in the background there. Oh, I thought I'd actually gotten... No, it strikes me that I probably shouldn't be playing it with the overlay on, but I really just don't give a shit. Oh, I have that up a little bit too loud for me. That's not something I'm modifying in-game or in OBS. That's just... I thought I needed my headphones up louder than I did. That's not true. I didn't need my headphones up that loud. I need to figure out which of these settings does actually lower the volume of the game. For me, not for OBS.
Hey, someone's coming.
With Dio, Quark, and Alice tagging along, looks like.
We bumped into them a little while ago.
Who'd have thought we'd bump into you, too?
Let me see the map.
So this is basically the same sequence that we got after the first one with Luna in our group, but of course Luna's no longer in our group.
It's just like the one we found in the crew quarters.
Oh, we found a map like that too. There was one in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
Yeah, I think Phi is actually... Well, actually Phi most of the time is a rational one. Like, it probably sounds weird, but Phi most of the time has seemed more like the personality type you would put on the protagonist,
Colors on them too.
rather than Sigma.
The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red. Are these chromatic doors? Look! There's a box here. It looked like the ones we saw earlier.
And just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Wait a second, No, this wouldn't be after the AB game.
For fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
Well, looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Sigma, where's that note you found?
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the crew quarters.
Yeah, we got one of those. Found it in a safe in the lounge.
Yeah, there's, You know, I complained about this level of repetition in Demon King Chronicle, but it seems a little bit more egregious when there's actually voice acting.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this?
Especially since with the, that subsequent card we found, which is, telling us that if neither party enters, both get penalized.
The Ambidex room key.
We found some too. Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
All right, fine. I'm going.
Well, actually, I don't know what the button for skipping is, thinking about it. I wouldn't know if there was an option to skip this anyway. Let's see.
This is the infirmary then.
Yeah. I suspect this wouldn't be skippable just on the basis of it probably doesn't flag individual lines.
We were able to walk right in, just like the note said.
That means you can come visit the lounge too. You'd like it, Grandpa. There's lots of alcohol. They've even got some of your favorite.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Maybe I'll go have a drink later.
What the hell, man? He's so damn calm.
Do you think there's a connection?
I can't be sure yet, but there's no way this is all just coincidence.
Yeah, there's even a 0.
Whatever it is that's going on, we need to get in touch with headquarters, and fast.
Yeah, I agree. They probably figured out we're gone by now.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll find us?
Okay, so in the however long intermediary time between 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, apparently Clover and, well, we don't actually know enough about Alice to say one way or the other, but Clover and Alice have been working together.
Let's hope so.
I would say that it most likely cannot be more than, maybe a handful of years.
Oh, you're finally done? You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
For yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, Theo, my temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
Forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
I'm actually not sure which choice Tenmyoji's gonna go with.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair.
Do you mean both members?
What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game, just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex game!
Wait, what's Ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
Well, yes, I guess you could.
Then what's the no-no?
Actually, we've already referred. Well, not referred. We've already seen all this.
Like hell.
Is it? Or is it? What do you think?
Well, that's
And I mean, I've definitely sat here and listened through all this voice acting.
I think it'll probably be easier to understand that.
I still really enjoy Zero's voice acting, but
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
and we once again get the one with a corpse of an old lady in it.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
I hadn't noticed that this was after all of the other ones are already open.
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Okay. Actually, I am curious about something. I'm just checking the keys I know have a function.
What the hell were you yelling at?
Okay, so Skip doesn't do anything here.
What's going on here?
Is she... Okay, come on, Quark.
Then
Murdered? Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or... Part of them? Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands...
what are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
And so even though the skip does not work here, it does appear to be the same as it was before. Okay, well, maybe skip is working. Interesting.
What? Are you worried there's a ghost or something? Nope, I don't believe in ghosts. I feel bad that she died, of course, but there's not really anything I can do about that, is there? I prefer bold, but whatever. Just don't let emotions get in the way. Anyway, let's go. Looks like the others have already gone in. No. Look at the screen. There's something there.
Yep. Now, based off the fact that it's Tenmyoji, even with the circumstances of we don't know who the old lady is, but we also don't know why Tenmyoji's reacting that way to her death.
Yep.
Hooray! For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Tenmyoji and went through the yellow door. didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Tenmioldi. And it goes the other way too. Tenmioldi's opponent will be Siggy and Fido.
Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be me. And Bio and Hook's enemy will be Alas.
Well, I guess after all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules. Well, actually, there's a little bit more, but
it'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time! No, I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later! Have a nice trauma!
We don't have time to talk about rock, paper, scissors. We have to decide who's gonna press the button. Just shut up and do it. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, we actually do get to decide this instead of just being given the choice?
Paper. Damn it. So what are you gonna pick? We're playing against Tenmyoji. Do you have any reason to think he won't betray you?
No, we don't really have any reason one way or the other.
If he does, what does that make our BP?
A single one.
And when will we do that?
Ten seconds remain.
Well, you won. The decision's yours. Now decide. Ally or betray?
3, 2, 1.
Now, Phi has been very insistent on doing betray, so I assume one of these, one of the 3 basic doors, probably the one that pairs us up with... Oh, who would be left? I should probably have thought about who would be paired up with the alternative option.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
So you chose ally, huh? Not complaining. I just think you're being a little soft-hearted. See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have any facts, just misguided optimism.
Yo, what's up?
Also, I kind of appreciate the, God, it was probably like almost a decade, it was probably more than a decade old when this was made.
Siggy!
No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Fine.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
So, no surprise from K. Or Dio. Not really a surprise from Tenmyoji either.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Sigma. Phi. I'm sorry. Look, I said I was sorry.
See? I told you. A soft heart is the easiest to break. Do you understand what kind of game this is now?
Are you serious? Someone's dead, and not just dead, murdered. I got no reason to think that murderer wasn't one of you. Only an idiot trusts someone he's never met when there's a killer on the loose. You think I had a choice? Right. I think that's enough for me. I'm old, and I'm tired. So tired.
Hey! What the hell is this?
Hey, look, lady, I was gonna choose Ally, I swear to God. But just as I'm about to do it, this little bastard runs in and hits the betray button.
What?
Oh, come on. Really gonna just try and play it dumb, huh? You're a manipulative...
Quark, is he telling the truth? Were you the one who chose betray?
No! I didn't do anything! I didn't have a chance to do anything before Mr. Dio pressed the button! I'm telling the truth! I promise!
Sure, kid. Whatever. The cute and innocent act isn't gonna work.
No!
Fine, you just wait.
Man, this is all your fault, Quark.
My fault? Why are you blaming me? How could you do that, Mr. Dio? You're a jerk!
We aren't trying to blame you.
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray?
No, because you have no chance to actually leave if everybody just betrays.
Forget it. I understand now. It was silly of me to trust you guys.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
I don't know, boxing's had a lot of things where there's round 1s and then no round 2.
You say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look the cards with the moon.
So...
Oh, I was looking at that,
I had to guess. I'd say it's going to be Alas or Siggy. Or Fido. Or maybe Mooney.
the position of the little rooms doesn't look like it's been changed yet, oddly. Or maybe I'm just misremembering what the initial angle for that corner is.
Why?
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized. Just like when you break the rules. I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
Also, a certain part of me really loves the really shitty looking 3D model here.
Correct, Siggy.
I get it. Sigma, Phi, Alice, and I only have 1 BP. If any of us chose Ally and got betrayed, our BP would drop below 0.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's
not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew.
Mine's magenta too.
Me
Oh
too.
man.
Hey, wait. It wasn't just the color that changed. I'm a solo now.
I'm a yellow pair now.
I am yellow as well. But
Then who's the yellow solo?
Me.
Still a solo. Looks like I'm cyan.
I'm a cyan pear. Aren't you one too?
Yeah, says pear, and the color's cyan.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
So in this case, all of the people with 1 BP are part of pairs. So there's no option for working with one of them to prevent the death of Sigma or death of them, or even to force a death as Sigma, oddly. Oh, this isn't, Oh, because the BP situation is slightly changed, people will have slightly different dialogue. Maybe.
Ah, Sigma.
Another dude. This place is turning into a real sausage fest. Yeah, so? No. Although I guess I did notice that the sofa's pretty comfortable. I'd say that the comfort level of a sofa is pretty useful.
Especially if you're gonna take a nap.
Dio, what's this?
That? What, you can't tell? It's a dirty magazine. Can you even see? Just look at those rings on Saturn. Don't they excite you?
Saturn's not on the cover. Dingus.
It appears to be a special dedicated to a lunar. The cover says the eclipse can be observed on December 31st, 2028.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess it did say something like that. 6 days.
You mean today is December 25th?
Hey, Kay. Your team went to the crew quarters, right? Did you find anything?
Nothing of interest.
You better not be hiding.
There really wasn't anything helpful. At least, nothing that could help us escape. There was a book about a cat, though.
A cat? What, so now Zero Senior's a crazy cat lady? Just what the hell are we supposed to do with that tidbit? Hey, the sofa's comfort level is very useful. What?
I think you must have misunderstood me. This book isn't for, cat ladies. It's about Schrodinger's cat.
I don't really give a shit about the breed, genius. Anyway, I'm a dog person, if you couldn't tell.
No, it's not an issue of breed.
Okay. So it's a story about poor Mr. Schrodinger and his beloved cat, right? Don't tell me. The cat dies at the end. Who fucking who?
Fine. Never mind.
Oh, hello, Sigma.
So this is where you were.
Did any of you find anything?
You were looking, though, right? Hey, answer me. And? Useless.
What about you, Sigma? You were one of the people searching the infirmary, weren't you?
It looks like a piece of newspaper.
Yeah, I'd already actually forgotten that was from the infirmary.
The headline says, Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
What? What is Radical 6? Okay, the Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire.
The lack of a date on this.
WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised.
Still weirds me out a bit. Sorry about that.
Is there a chance? I mean, I certainly hope it isn't the case, but could it be that this facility is, in fact, one of the quarantine locations that clipping mentions?
Then, you're saying we're all infected with this Radical 6 virus?
Well, I do feel a little strange. I've lost my balance a few times.
That's probably just because you were asleep for so long.
Are you suggesting that our incarceration here has nothing to do with this article?
Yeah, it just doesn't add up. The order's backwards. Maybe if we'd been thrown in here after this virus started spreading. But right now it looks like we were abducted before this thing turned into a pandemic. How's that make any kind of sense? Besides, you found that article in the safe, right? That means Zero Senior put it there specifically so we could find it and read it.
Why would Zero do something like that?
Provide the suggestion that we've been here far longer than even a couple days.
So that we'd think this place is a quarantine facility. So that we'd think what Zero wants us to think.
How do you mean?
This thing is just a prop. Something to set the scene.
Yeah, like I said, the lack of date does suggest that.
Zero's trying to freak us out. That article is a fake. Right? That lazy son of a bitch. Probably too much of a pain in the ass to fake a whole paper.
What does the other side look like?
Actually, that's the funny thing. Faking a whole paper's pretty easy and actually not that expensive. I mean, that's one of the whole point of prop makers, and I mean, legitimately, I only know that because I helped with making a fucking prop newspaper.
See? There you go. Why would a newspaper just be black on one side?
Well, perhaps there was an ad there.
An ad?
Some sort of full-page ad with a black background.
Exactly. Even I know that, and I can count the number of times I've read a paper on one hand. If Zero Senior really wanted to trick us, why not go all out? Only an idiot would fall for this. It's pathetic. Am I right or what?
I suppose you do.
Yes, I agree. You're right. We would have heard about it.
Good idea.
Sigma, huh? What do you want? Oh, I thought maybe you were here to kill me. Because I betrayed you in the last AB game. I'm the reason you and Fire down to 1 BP. Maybe.
It's weird, but Sigma in this path seems a lot calmer than the Sigma in the other path.
On this side of the divider, yeah. Quark's over there, having a look around. And there's... You really gonna make me say it? Oh, what? Isn't that normal? We found a dead body. Who the hell doesn't get a little freaked out? What ain't normal is all of you just running around like nothing happened. Hell, some of you probably don't even remember she's in here. Oh, just trying to survive, huh? Then don't you think we ought to figure out who killed her first?
Well, that's the issue, is even with 2 other paths done, I don't think I'm really any closer to knowing who the hell killed her.
You don't think much, do you? I'll bet you a pound of neodymium the bastard who grabbed us is the same bastard who killed her. Who else could it be? Yeah. Not really. The gas made pretty short work of me.
You know,
Me and Quark. Yeah, we were. So what if he is? Why do you want to know? That doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here.
well, no, but Sigma's trying to figure out what relationship anybody has.
I'm pretty sure it won't. Quark's got nothing to do with this. What is it, goddammit? What do you want? Why don't you just leave me alone? Wait, what? There's nothing suspicious about me.
There are loads suspicious about you, Tenmyoji.
And forgive me if I don't feel like spilling my guts to a guy who probably hates him right now. Hey, stop it! Quark! Don't tell him a damn...
Huh? What? Is something happening? Yeah, you were just talking so fast. I couldn't really understand.
Oh, Quark had the same thing happen to him that happened to Sigma in, I don't remember the room in the slightest. The security room.
My head felt kind of foggy, and I couldn't really make out what you were saying.
Well, if I'd gone down this path, I'd be sitting here going, well, something wrong with Quark, but, well, it's the same thing that's wrong with Sigma. Whatever's wrong with Quark, it's actually slightly worrying. That could be the Radical 6 or whatever.
I'm fine now, though. Whatever it was seems to be gone. I think I'm just tired. Being stuck in this place is pretty exhausting. And...
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Quark, get over here.
yeah.
Maybe Luna should have a look at you. Supposedly, she's some sort of doctor.
I said I was fine. Gosh, Grandpa, you're such a worrier. You always freak out over nothing. I'm fine. Yep, come on. Let's get back to work. I'm guessing you didn't find a secret passage somewhere, huh? I see.
What, you think I need you to tell me that?
Also still kind of strikes me as odd giving choices when there's only one choice left. Also, I've already forgotten who we're paired with, so...
Oh, Sigma.
Well,
Oh, Clover, yeah.
have you found anything? Nothing. I looked through 3 or 4 of the rooms in here. No secret passages so far.
I don't think we're gonna find any. Do you really think Zero Senior is that stupid?
You're probably right. A secret passageway would be a pretty serious oversight. I have a lot of choice adjectives for Zero, but I admit stupid isn't one of them.
Yet.
Right?
What?
What do you mean?
Yeah, we do. We're half-sisters. Any chance you'd buy that one?
Then what do you think we are?
What?
Alice, what should we do?
Clover and I are co-workers. We can't tell you that.
Oh, wait, we've actually heard this conversation before, but apparently there is going to be just enough different that I can't skip through it. Because again, it's not lines, it's entire sections.
You can tell yourself that if it makes you feel better.
Well, why would you think that? Well, this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Clover.
It's okay. I think we can tell him a little. About a year ago, 9 people were kidnapped and forced to play a game. The rules were different, but it was called the Nonary game too. Oh, wait, I guess only 7 of them were really kidnapped. I mean, 2 of them were actually the ones behind it. No, I guess if I count the other 2, then there were 9. Anyway, the people behind that Nonary game also called themselves Zero. Because I was part of it. I was one of the people who got kidnapped. No, it's my 3rd. The same thing happened 10 years ago. I guess you could say that. No, I don't think so. Because the game was run by a different person both times, and the guy behind the first Nonary game has already been arrested. They're still on the run, but no, I really don't think so. Because they already did what they were trying to do. There's no way they'd have another Nonary game.
And that's why it's Zero the Third.
Yes. Well, I can't be totally sure, but I think so.
Well, the reason in the second one was actually related to the first one, so.
I don't know. But I don't know. Oh, the gas mask.
Yeah, it's the same as in 999.
Well...
But who was doing that for 999? Would that have been... I actually don't know.
Somebody in a gas mask showed up and used that white smoke stuff on me. That's what happened a year ago. And that's what happened on the 22nd. Someone with a gas mask attacked Alice and me while we were... But I don't know why they do that. I mean, they already did what they needed to do. And if it was them, then I don't know why all these other people are here. Except for me and Alice. None of you guys have anything to do with what happened a year ago. Right? Yeah, I'm sure. I know I've never met Luna, or Dio, or Tenmyoji, or Quark, or Phi, but Kay...
Right. There's no way to know who he is under that armor. And if his memory loss is real, He wouldn't know even if he had met any of us.
Unless we can get that mask off him, I can't say for sure if I've met him before or not.
Yeah, he's kind of pulling an Ace situation here.
Luna! Where's Luna?
She's not here.
What's wrong?
It's Quark. Something bad's happened. He just collapsed. I have to find Luna. She said she was some kind of a doctor, right? He's in the infirmary.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Quark progresses much more quickly this time.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh no.
Yes, he's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Okay. So that dizziness, whatever it was, is a result of that.
Yeah, they have. I told them about it before we went to the lounge.
What? No, that can't be right. Quark can't be... There must be something we can do. How can we cure him?
Well, the Atom says that there's an antiviral serum called Excelavir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it?
Was there none in the infirmary?
Sigma, Tenmyoji, and I looked everywhere. We didn't find anything.
We didn't find anything like that in the crew quarters either.
No luck in the lounge.
Oh God, then he's... Oh God, no.
Well, the next set of rooms, I mean, we didn't see it, but I think there's supposed to be a further level of hospital or some shit like that.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa. I can't. I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this! No! Let go! Let go of me!
The lack of continuity, scene to scene, is, kind of impressive.
Yeah, right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go of me, you jerks!
Oh, right.
Damn you! Bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body!
What?
They can't lock away the soul! Once my body's gone, my soul can escape! Please! You have to let me go! Let me go! I'm trapped here! Let me die! I have to die! Kill me! Somebody! Anybody! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me!
Right! I've got it!
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's Soparil Beta.
Soparil.
That's the anesthetic! The one that's in our bracelets!
Good, perfect. Hit him with some of that.
Well, what?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoji. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just... Okay, I've got it.
Luna breaks every bottle in the infirmary to get the single bottle of Soferol Beta into the injection gun.
Please.
Now, do it right. No! Stop! Stop!
So the screaming and shouting about the soul. The last time I played a game that had something of that sort, honestly, was probably Ultima 7.
Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep. Yes,
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
he shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had.
Yeah? How do you know?
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this Radical 6?
not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article Sigma showed me.
Yeah, she was just making an assumption.
Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses that do the same thing. I was just making a guess.
So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too?
Yes, at least I think so.
Look at this last line. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised.
Are you saying this is some kind of quarantine?
I already explained.
Why not? Then you're saying the newspaper article was faked?
But the virus is clearly real. That Adam machine told us he was infected with Radical 6.
So, do you know how that thing works? I bet there's 1,000 ways to hack it. Zero Senior probably just programmed it so that it would spit out whatever he wanted. Besides, there was something Sigma mentioned. Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no, but
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
What?
What did you say?
As much as I would love to, I'm sorry. Time's up. Hit the buttons on your bracelet.
and we only have 5 minutes until the chromatic doors open downstairs.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but I'd really need more than 5 minutes to explain this. Or would I? Who knows?
Fine. We'll deal with this later. Right now, we need to get to the elevator and head down to floor B.
What are we going to do about Quark?
I'll carry him.
Are you sure?
I can't just leave the boy here. Besides, if we don't have Quark's bracelet, there'll be one team who can't open their secondary door. If that happens...
They'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Very well then.
Yeah, at that point, all of the saving Quark would be for loss.
I will be able to move much faster than Tenmyoji.
You make a good point. Look, are you sure about this? Can I trust you?
You have nothing to worry about.
Fine, just be careful.
Of course.
All right, let's go. We're running out of time, people. Move!
Still don't know why it took me so long to notice the little medallion, I guess, on Thigh's jacket. Vest. Then again, I probably wouldn't have noticed it if it hadn't been floating off of her character model. Probably has some importance. Or else it wouldn't have been independently modeled. Or it could have just been a bug.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
They're open! We need to hurry. Who's going to go in which door?
We're almost out of time. Pay attention. We've only got time to do this once. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
Sorry about that. That was me hitting the microphone cable with my drink. Okay, so... it's, Tenmyoji, which doesn't feel like a good option. There's Dio, which I would have no problem betraying. And that would pair Luna and Phi up with Quark. Dio it is.
I think the people who have the greatest disadvantage should get to choose. The people who have 1 BP.
So you, Phi, Luna, and Sigma?
Yes, exactly.
All right, then. Who do you want to go with, Alice?
Anyone but Dio. I'd rather die than get paired up with that prick. Just anyone but him.
Damn. That's a lot of hate.
A lot of deserved hate.
You betrayed me.
Hey, I told you that was Quark.
I don't believe you.
What? You're telling me you trust him more than me? Anybody other than Dio could mean Quark, you know. You willing to pair up with him?
He's asleep. I don't really think I need to worry about him voting.
All right, Phi. Who do you want to go with?
Anyone other than Tenmyoji is fine. My reasoning is the same as Alice's. He betrayed me last time.
I guess that's fair.
If we want to honor Alice and Phi's requests, then we can go with any option besides C. So, A or B?
Oh, hold on. We've got 2 other people with 1 BP. How about you, Luna?
I don't really have a preference. Clover and Kay did betray me last time, but... yeah.
All right, then, Sigma. How about you?
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
Well, I don't really trust him, but...
That's fine. We're going to be voting betray anyway.
Alice really wants to go with option B.
Yes, this works fine. Kay, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door.
Oh, I had that backwards. Wait a second.
It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's...
Okay, I'll take good care of it. I promise.
Oh, what's...
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Okay, so that had the result that
10 seconds remain.
I was expecting. I just had forgotten who was paired up with who.
Coming!
I know!
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
So, as I had the advantage of knowing last time, I'm gonna take a look, but I suspect both are short paths here. Oh, no, it's just the betray that's a short path. Interesting.
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great. Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever. Yeah, pretty good, huh? Am I great or what? Huh?
I am regretting everything about this path already.
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
Everything about this path. 120% of this path is regret.
What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secret. Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever? Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine. I'll do it. Ready? Here. Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
Oh wait, that short alternative thing would have been what we would have gotten if we chose Betray before, wouldn't it?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
No, it's like for
Stuff like viruses
sci-fi.
here?
Those are back to Danks in the back, clearly.
If they do... If we do, we can cure Quark!
You really think it'll be that easy? Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Actually, the opposite. It's been set up with, well, I shouldn't say easy puzzles, given how much I've struggled with so many of them. So, we're in the lab. I have no knowledge of what we're supposed to be doing. That was interesting, given that I clicked this thing. Okay, so these papers will probably have some level of importance, as will those steps for dissecting a frog. And sorry about making some noise with the microphone right now. My stand just keeps not holding up. Okay. Whoa. What do we have here? Okay, so prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids, dilute with ratio 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid has a distinct color. Prepare the 5 types of plant seeds, 2 long seeds, and 3 round seeds. fuck. That's going to be annoying. Why was that misspelled? I mean, it's probably just, you know, actually a typo rather than something that was intentionally misspelled. Hey, more seeds. So we have two long seeds, two types of long seeds, and two types of round seeds. What the fuck? I don't think any of the rest of these are important. Let's check out that root. I hate the way this camera works sometimes. Scalpel. A lion eating the sun. Oh, that's... The cameras continue to be annoying. Something in here. Okay. Oh. That's not what I wanted. So now we want the saline solution. And we want ethanol, but where are we going to... We haven't found additional pure ethanol. I wonder if froggy ethanol will work. Nope. Yeah, we haven't seen anything as far as additional containers of pure S ethanol, so I believe we need to do this puzzle. Okay, so B and D, no round seeds. So D is a long seed. A long stripe seed. E is also a... well, no. E would be... no, because there's two types of striped seeds. So... E would also be striped, but round. And it's 2 long seeds, 3 round seeds. So an unmarked seed in C. B is also long. So that's where the 2 long seeds go. Order really doesn't matter since it's just... okay, so A and B are marked. B and E are striped. Don't know if that actually makes any goddamn sense. Yeah, actually, does sort of make sense. No, actually, it's the memo. C is unmarked round. Oh. Oh. Well. Oh, where do we get water from? Okay. So. That gets this 30. And if we do that, that gets that 30 and that 20. That's 40 coming down. Does it really just drop everything down to the fucking bottom? Are you serious? Okay, so marked round, unmarked round, and striped round. And then we don't know... Huh? Since these are supposed to be striped, and we don't have a marked long one. Okay. Apparently let's check that out real quick. So, B and D are long. Oh, I missed. This non-marked seeds failed to germinate in B. So. Wait a second. Why the fuck do we still have seeds? Okay, so at least it's not anything more to do with that. We need to find ethanol still. I think. But what the hell goes in? Is it the saline? No. Okay, so I am still missing something. Well, we don't have an actual empty one right now, so... What the fuck do we do with that? Yeah, but we don't have... Unless it's one of these? Io, you are actually the last person I would expect to know that. Interesting. Okay, so that covers the top one if I need to move it. For instance, for that. I need to mess around with it some more. That wasn't as difficult as I anticipated. We're still missing something, though. What? Yeah, that's the regular safe password. But my question comes in, what the fuck is this? I mean, I don't have anything that, you know, would really tell me anything about it, so... Yeah, I suspect it's something I just don't have the necessary information for. Well, let's... Let's open this up and see if there's any files in here that would maybe help. A map. There's also that antiviral. Moon key cards. Where I wanted to hit betray, but apparently the flowchart is telling me that's a bad idea. Why does it become purple when we pick it up? Wait, are you serious? We can't... Yeah, I just don't know. Oh, that's the wrong side. May also be related to that steel plate. I'm just looking to see if there's any type of file or something I missed. I'm not seeing it though. This is another gold file I'll have to come back for. Actually, before that, I am going to stand up and stretch a little bit. Secondary advantage of stretching is I can get out of this hot as hell room.
Hey, hold on a minute. There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we? I was just wondering what it was.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff. Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is. Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon? Oh, good.
Hey, this isn't the time. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary.
Well, maybe in the infirmary.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in this... The vial. Could you show it to me? I didn't really get a good look at it. You guys were in there so close. Was it really Excella? You really are. Although I guess in this case, the G and I...
What are you doing?
Oh, don't worry. I'll even give it back to you. I don't think so. If you want to...
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, you have to choose Ally.
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say. I wouldn't try. You make any sudden moves and I'll Oh, and one more. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excellivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little...
That's not...
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How
Well, you know, here's the thing.
What are you gonna do?
What we're getting to here is that any ending where Dio survives is not going to be a good ending.
Ready to promise me you'll pick Ally?
Sigma!
Oh, I knew you. I'm glad you understand how, but don't think about trying anything funny. See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Are you really going to do what he says? Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray... But that means... So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early. You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really... Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glad.
I see.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice K and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
And I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
Well, at least, well, actually no, even last time there was pairs.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look. This is Latin. Yeah, with time and a dictionary. Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that, but most of these words I've never even seen before. Wait, I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry. Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6. Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing. That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that? Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that. December 29th. No year. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too.
Yeah, and I mean, there's also the whole dead piled up on the streets.
After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. Yeah, I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible. Then maybe the virus got in somehow.
In or out is a death sentence.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
That would explain the food being good for another 100 years from when they think it is.
Right. It's all just speculation, but... yeah. We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything. I've changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
Where's Phi going?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
Please, go ahead. Grandpa.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back. Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you. Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick Betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way. Of course, you worry about yourself.
Okay.
Take a look at the doors. And that would mean... exactly. Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
Right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there!
Well, he's gonna vote Betray. Or try to force a vote of Betray.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
So we have reason to believe that either Sigma will be playing as a Force Spectre from here on, or Dio will be voting ally.
What are you gonna do? You can't! You'll die! Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points. Huh? What? No, that's not... I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelivir, even if you do what he says? Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button. Think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that. But you're gonna die. Dio's going to kill you. You can't do that.
I don't want you to die.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
So in theory, there should be no one at 9. In practice, maybe.
Sigma.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex. Please check your bracelet.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on!
Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Give it back. Aren't we supposed to share?
What are you talking about?
And Dio...
What?
You right now?
Yeah. Fine. Here.
Right, of course.
Sigma!
Sigma! Sigma!
First, is this so for real? Let's put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubo-curarin is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
Okay, so that's not a real ending either. Oops. Although, unlike this, it's not a, there's just straight up a lock style thing there. This is, I just don't know what the fuck the puzzle is asking me. Okay. So the other option was keep going with Tenmyoji.
Me? But I picked Is that so? Mind telling me how you'll do that? Fine, you're on.
So we're doing option A. That means Luna, Dio, and I will go through the green door.
Which leaves the red door for Quark, Kay, and me.
Any objections? Good, let's go.
Listen, take care of Quark, all right?
You needn't worry.
I'll watch out for him.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Right.
I'm going!
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
And at least with Tenmyoji in here instead of Dio, it won't be my least favorite person in here.
That seems like kind of a silly question.
Well, if it's the rec room, we already have the answer. If it's the garden, well, it's
Why
new.
don't you pull it and find out?
Right.
Which, it doesn't tell me which door opened.
But
Oh, it's the unlabeled one.
Why's that?
They're probably telling us we should go that way.
Interesting. Okay, so we don't have the answer for this puzzle. Peck. What the fuck does peck mean? Okay, so each route has a different set of puzzles. That's good to know.
The door said PEC. Guessing it's not for working out, though.
Oh, wait a sec. There's a manual here. I think it explains what this room is for. Hold on. This facility is pressurized, maintaining much higher air pressure than the surrounding environment. Airborne viral contagions.
Quiet. Keep reading.
Oh, right. Airborne viral contagions have necessitated this step, which is intended to prevent contamination of the installation. All persons wishing to exit the facility must do so through this pressure exchange chamber. Once the chamber has been sealed, the pressure can be lowered to match the surrounding environment. Before the PEC can be depressurized, all occupants must be wearing Level A hazmat suits to prevent infection. The PEC will not function unless all occupants are wearing appropriate protective equipment.
I don't think it's just any virus.
It has to be Radical 6.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Is this one of those hazmat suits the manual was talking about?
Yeah, I figure they are.
And getting that room to decompress is the only way we'll get outside.
Have a look. See that lift over there?
Interesting.
We're on the lower floor right now.
This is the actual... No good. This one's locked too.
Unsurprising.
Well, it does seem like that's how this thing is supposed to work, but do you really think it'll be that easy?
No.
It's hard to believe Zero Senior would make that big of a mistake. Yeah, good idea.
What are we standing around for then? Get to it.
Plus, maybe they'll have done everybody's model in with a hazard suit on. A box for Snake. Two, 5, 1, 1, 3. I'd guess it'd be number of sides. I don't know. Why do we have a floor angle for that? Yeah, there's nothing... Well, there's... Wrong thing. I'll be right back. I had run out of water a little bit ago, so figured it would be a good time to, No, I think that's important. Help if I was any good at drawing shapes with a mouse. And that's the hourglass. So just more suits from the looks of it. What do we have here? Okay. Well, I don't think we have anything we can interact with right there. It's just going to be 3 more sets of suits. Looks like. Okay, so I think I have the information I need for this puzzle. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Really curious as to what it would be, though. I have an idea. And it's probably wrong. Okay. Still don't get why we're doing a low angle on that, or why we look around that way, but okay, well, that's red to orange, yellow to green, white to black. That's not... That is especially difficult, isn't it? No, it's not. I mean, they say that, but it appears they didn't model it at all. In fact, it's the same one that has the screw holes on the back. Ah. Oh. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Complete with the tear in the same location. It's horrifying. Oh. I might have accidentally coughed while I had my mic muted. Sorry for that. Hourglass. Or, cylinder, hourglass, 2 stars, and then a diamond. Cylinder. Well, that's just another... journal. Interesting. Colorful. Oh. Oh, that's, shit, that's for the USB thing. Oh, good thing I hadn't done that yet. But what? God damn it, game. Okay, that doesn't tell us anything more. Wait. That's interesting. Makes sense. Holy shit. Well, let's... Weird. Is there a shelf there? Okay. Ah, okay. Ah, but that doesn't actually help yet. should we light that up? Okay. Oh, actually, it didn't really matter which one was doing that. Okay, so my guess is we need to put the doll inside the boot. Yeah. And that's the reason why we... Oh. But it will be... We didn't find the one to go inside. Well, let's try the exact same thing. Won't work, but give it a shot anyway. Yeah. I definitely feel like we're missing something. What the fuck am I missing though? That should have the document, or the photo, or paper, or whatever. Okay, so white to purple, yellow to red, and blue to green. Okay, I think I... No. Nope, nope, nope. White to purple. Yellow to red. There are limitations on how that one can go, though. And I think those are a lot tighter than the limitations on almost everything else. We might need to use that, so... Blue to green. Actually... That's wrong. I think I see. And this slides out along here. That was annoying. But I think we're done with that, and now it's just up top. Once I finish this room, I'm going to be done. But... I'm saying that because it could take a while. That seems a bit small even for a child. Okay, well... What colors are we seeing? Oh, there's red and... Okay. Just figure this out. I don't know why I keep doing that when I mean to change. Okay, so... Cyan, green, black, magenta, yellow. Okay. blue yellow. But we can't get directly, not with the 8s, to the 1 dot. But that would be 6. Yeah. And 3. And I'm being super dumb here. 2. So that is 6. 3 and 2. Had to think about that for too long. And this is the other. So let's grab the password. And Emma. Let's oh, I actually use that. Cyan, red, green, black, blue, yellow, and I think this was magenta. Oh. So 1, 1. The fuck would that be? Well, I mean, that's still. I mean, I don't think that would be 7. Because it'd make more sense to come up here and have cyan. Well, let's give 7 a shot. I don't like that. Had a lot of trouble with the things prior to the safe, but the actual safe puzzle wasn't bad. Oops. I was thinking that was a sun, not a star. I always think that I can just re-click the safe to enter the other password. Moon, moon, sun. Okay, so key cards, first and foremost. Okay. Memory card. The only thing I can think of for the memory card would be that something in the rec room. we wouldn't be able to get to the rec room. Hmm. The fuck does that mean? Also, why was that pinging at an irregular rate? I'm trying to figure out what that was. Oh, just escape from 8 rooms. Weird. And we are at the VN section, so that's going to be it for this time. Still have not, well, I'm not going to say we've not made any progress, but it definitely doesn't feel like we've made all that much meaningful progress. That is it for this time, though. So, I will be back with more of this, I think, Tuesday. Either Tuesday or Wednesday.